Producing. Okay. Now I see my audio. Now I got audio. Dite algo, Paul.
Saludos.
No te pegues tanto, dilo normal.
No, que tenía los micrófonos apagados.
Que estoy aquí.
Hello. It's your host, Paul and Omar's.
Jodiendo aquí con los niveles.
We doing Spanish one?
Oh, nah. Yeah, I guess we might as well do the first Spanish one. Fuck it, bro.
Second Spanish one. First episode was Spanish, right?
Yeah, man, we about to alienate everybody already. We don't give a fuck.
Bye, English community. Hola, que los tigres, los tigres.
Estamos live on YouTube.
No, man.
We're not?
No.
What the fuck you mean we're not?
Que me dice esto. Yeah, International Podcast is live.
So we are live? Nigga, are we live or not?
We are.
Okay.
International Podcast is live.
Okay, cool. All right, now we tested
just
it.
like right now. Como like right now.
Are we live or not? We are.
See?
Okay,
Just
okay,
right.
cool.
Estamos activos.
Valentine's Day episode coming up tomorrow. Hey, what's up?
All right, we're live.
We literally just started.
Oh.
We
literally just started.
That's
What's
Macy.
I make protein
Shit, let me get one.
down.
All right, that's cool.
You want to continue our conversation?
I wanted to, but I'm not sure now. Anyways, we got the Valentine's Day episode coming up tomorrow. Everybody that's actually coming gotta wear red.
Oh, is that a thing?
Bro, we already talked about this. What you?
I'm not aware.
No, I
wasn't aware.
told Messiana. I don't know what she acting like.
Yeah.
Huh?
You said you were gonna wear red.
We can wear
Bro,
red.
We all wearing red. It's
cool.
the day of fucking friendship, bro. And you have a lot of friends. You have a lot of friends.
It's New Year's tomorrow.
Okay, but that's for you. And we need to celebrate that too. What the fuck? That's one more reason.
We need to work on the
Yeah, I don't know why I'm having this conversation.
Vocabulary.
What the fuck?
I just count them in the background.
God damn. I'm sorry.
So good. So, what do we have on for today, Oman?
We got nothing planned at all, but we got tomorrow's episode that we're excited about.
And today's episode was recorded yesterday, but it was lost.
It was lost due to a technical problem.
Mm-hmm. Just so y'all know, you gotta charge your laptops before you record anything. 7% doesn't cut it.
Nah, we just didn't have a charger.
Yeah. Yep.
Bro, everything is uncut all the time.
Let's check the news. See what's happening on today.
Okay. Paul is gonna go on Fox News.
Tucker Carlson interviews Vladimir Putin.
Oh, you know what's a trend now?
Oh, I thought you were going on his website.
Yeah,
I said he was gonna go on Fox News, and he said he was gonna go to Tucker Carlson. I thought he was making it worse.
Yeah, man. Let's see.
It's a trend now to get tattoos.
Oh, because somebody did that for Blueface, right?
That Krishan girl.
It's a trend.
For Blueface? Nah, that's not a real trend.
I'll post to Omar.
Hell yeah. When you getting yours, Maisie?
Oof.
She not a real one.
Not on my face.
Oof.
Where,
I got a
what's the other place? What's the other place that they're getting blue face tatted on?
It would have to be a symbol.
A symbol? Nah, it gotta be his
I wouldn't
face.
just get his face. I would get like a.
And it's gotta be Who Paul too with the do-rag.
Would you get a tattoo of a girl?
Which one?
What the hell?
Oh shit, I'm live.
All right, look at this. Look at this. A 35-year-old man identified as a body found buried out in Dayton house.
Oh, what?
They were doing construction on a house, like digging. Here's the image. And they found a 35-year-old man buried in there.
Barry?
And in the property of a house, yes.
Hold on, inside the house?
No, like in the yard. Oh, maybe they took down the house. Let's read.
Hold on, a 35-year-old guy or a 35-year-old body?
Man, body, because he was dead.
Hold on, but wait, did he die at 35 or did he die 35 years ago?
Murdered at 35. Oh, that's a good question. You want to read it?
Nah, bro, you read it. You pull it up, bro.
I don't.
Damn.
I'll read it.
Okay.
No, I don't want to be on the podcast. I'll just read it for you, though.
Bro, what the fuck? Okay, we got a narrator.
I'm about to go to the gym. Where am I reading it at? 35-year-old Dayton man identified as body found in buried. Oh no, burned out house. Oh, the house burned down. That's what happened. Yeah, it's on Huffman Avenue.
Oh shit, bro, that's where we used to live.
Yeah, that's pretty close to where you guys used to live.
By Gomer.
Mhm. It was on November 29th though. It was the site of the fire. So then they had to do some digging, and then that's when they found his name is Henson.
Henson?
Mhm.
Henson?
Mhm.
Bro, why does that name sound familiar?
Do you know somebody named Henson? I don't know.
That name does sound fucking familiar.
But it says the house was behind Dayton Public Schools Wright Brothers Middle School. No.
So hold on, was this like a murder or something?
It could be. I mean, it's still under investigation, so they won't be able to just tell you.
That was the news by Macy. Thank you very much.
What else is going on around these crazy parts?
Yeah, that's local news.
Man, Dayton man is getting as crazy as Florida, man.
Nah, it's not that bad.
Nah, it's not.
Florida, you get something every hour. Here you get something every day still.
Bro, what the fuck is going on with your internet? Last time it didn't work. Okay, now it's working.
Bro, we're gonna get fiber optic now. Today, AT&T came through. That's saying we're gonna have a fiber optics in this zone.
There is some shit going on with K-12. I mean, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, what the fuck is that though? The homeschool shit.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm reading here that like homeschool students are like struggling and shit. But like, what the fuck do you expect, nigga?
Struggling.
Oh my god, I need to chill on this podcast, bro.
What do you mean they're struggling?
Okay. So he says K-12 students are missing too much school.
K-12?
Yeah.
K through 12. That's kindergarten to 12th grade.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yes.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. This is why fucking Gabe hates us. This is why fucking Gabe hates us. Never mind. I only read the title and I read it wrong.
No, but I feel like homeschooling.
A cow strolling along 675 causes traffic delays. A cow. That's the type of things we have over here, man. And we're not Florida.
Okay, bro. Look up the national shit.
Well, we're at least not Florida. I'm just trying to prove that. That was 12 hours ago. There was a cow on the highway. That's all you're going to get in Ohio. Well, there's some... On
675?
Yeah. I'm
Hold on. By what exit? It better not be by 7.
Let's check. Where's to move over? This Friday morning, so it was today. They were told to move over. Yeah. Oh, where's the article? Man, they just did the headline. It was not even that important. There's no article on it. Mira. There's the headline, and that's it.
Bro, do they have a highlights of that interview? Let me see. What is it, Tucker?
Oh, there it is. There's the highlight.
Carlson interview.
India Ripple Road.
Highlights.
India Ripple Road.
Oh, bro, that's it right above. That's exit 10 by the green. Bro, that's kind of a wild place for a cow to just be hanging out.
7:50 a.m.
Shit, we were already out. No, we were not out yet.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's
All right. Are we about to get sued by Tucker Carlson? Let's go, bro.
So you said a moment ago that the world would be a lot better if it weren't broken into competing alliances, if there was cooperation globally. One of the reasons you don't have that is because the current American administration is dead set against you. Do you think if there were a new administration after Joe Biden that you would be able to reestablish communication with the U.S. government? Or does it not matter who the president is?
Yes, of course. The lack of world peace really has everything to do with America, nothing to do with the guy who invaded a sovereign country. But anyway, Tucker Carlson announced 2 days ago that he would be interviewing Vladimir Putin.
all nations do that.
And today that interview was finally published. We've pulled some clips and we want to discuss it. Now, before we watch, it is important to give you a little bit of context and a note about this 2.5 hour long interview.
Why are we watching their
Nearly
view?
half
Let's just
of
watch
it
the
is
actual
taken up
podcast. I
by
wanna
a
hear her. I wanna
monologue
hear the
by
interview.
Vladimir
What the fuck is
Putin.
it?
Tucker Carlson opens the interview by asking Putin why
Yeah,
he
we don't need to see her seeing him. Let's go to the actual interview.
Yeah, fuck this. Fuck this. I don't like her either.
It's a 2 hour long. Just go
She
to
be
it.
doing the same shit, but the other way.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, people be so annoying.
You see, like, a sovereign nation invaded another country. Bro, how many times has the United States invaded another country?
Okay, bro, but like,
It's the same thing. It's like it's a hypocrite point. You can't throw that point out if like
yeah,
your
bro,
nation
but
has done the same.
just because you did it, don't make it good.
So don't call it out.
Tucker Carlson.
No, the fuck? You're supposed to call out shit that's bad. Period, bro.
Bro,
That's literally like the fucking definition
I think
of being decent.
we agree on the same thing. I'm just saying, like, just throwing the same point out.
Nah, bro.
Don't make
Just
sense.
because you did something wrong doesn't mean that you have to fucking act like that's good for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
if
but
it's
you
wrong,
can't-
it's wrong.
But you can't act like
Think
you're the,
about that.
You can't act.
Think about
you
that.
You can't act like you're like the might if you've done it the same. You can't.
Nah,
you can't
bruh.
judge me on the thing.
No,
you've
yes,
done.
you can because
No,
you
you
feel
cannot.
better, bro. Okay,
'Cause
so
you
if
feel
I
better?
kill somebody, right? So if I kill
You
somebody,
can't tell me I can't kill somebody.
oh, so if you start killing people, I'm supposed to just let you do that now?
No, you can, of course you can't. Because you
Okay,
can't
so
make out
I kill somebody, right? And now you're going on a rampage, and you're about to kill somebody, and I can stop
But
it,
you're
right?
killing him for why? Why are you killing him? For your own interest. So if I go outside to kill
Nah,
somebody for my own interest, you can't tell me not to do it. Oh, because my interests don't matter.
Bro, yes, I can.
You cannot. 'cause
It's
that's hypocrite.
wrong. You should not kill nobody,
Then
period.
don't kill somebody for your own.
If I
benefit
kill
as well.
somebody and I become a better person,
Oh.
I am gonna try to
That is
to
not
stop.
true because it's not a better. You're not becoming a better person. You're still doing it if you have to do it. Actually, you're actually doing it at the moment.
Bro, if it's bad, it's bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
Period.
Don't be the high.
If it's bad, it's bad,
get
bro.
Get off your high horse.
If
because
it's
you're not
bad,
on
it's
it.
bad, bro.
If it's bad, it's bad. We agree on that.
I ain't trying to hear like, oh, the United States this shit back in the nah, bro.
Look,
You
look,
acting wild, bro.
I'm on the wide lens. Can you change it back?
I should not have smoked.
Why? Because of controls or
Bro, this is wild.
the communication?
Just this show, bro.
Shrink,
Oh man, I wanted to take myself off the camera and I put only myself on the camera.
and shrink the little box to take the extra info. Just leave the.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get the freaking screen capture working, which it just don't work now because.
Oh, so we're not showing this right now.
Nah, it was just the audio.
Let's see if it's true.
I mean, you can see it, brother. It looks black, bro. Look.
See, it's black. Just like that. Yep.
Okay.
I guess we could work with that. I feel like
I
I'm
need
on the
to
wide
fix
lens
this shit,
too.
bro. Like this is
Yeah,
not cool.
I'm on the wide lens. You see all that extra?
Okay, so let me see. Properties, display capture.
Oh, maybe I can do it manually.
Let me see.
Should I try manually?
No,
I did it. No.
there it is.
You think so? Okay, let's go. Hit it.
Hold on, bro. That's the one that we don't want to watch. Is this the one that we want to watch?
Just go to the his actual channel. It's all over there.
I would have a lot of comments about him right
Mr. Putin.
now. Say a lot of stuff, but right now, I do have another topic for you.
Just hit that's it. Yep, hit it.
This one?
Yep. 2 hours.
No,
The
bro, we're not
following
about
is
to
an
watch 2
interview
hours.
No, we're not. We can skip it.
President
We can
of
skip
Russia,
forward.
Vladimir Putin shot February 6, 2024 at about 7 p.m. in the building behind us, which is, of course, the Kremlin.
You
The
can.
interview,
That's
as
the
you will see
entrance.
if you watch
can
it,
go
is
to that
primarily
channel.
about the war in progress, the war in Ukraine, how it started, what's happening, and most presently, how it might end. One note before you watch. At the beginning of the interview, we asked the most obvious question, which is, why did you do this? Did you feel a threat, an imminent physical threat? And that's your justification. And the answer we got shocked us.
Are you about to get banned?
Putin went on for a very long time,
Probably.
probably half
The
an
YouTube
hour,
has,
about
some
the history
rules,
of
yeah,
Russia
so-
going back to the 8th century.
Not banned. We'll
And
probably get demonetized.
Honestly, we thought this was a filibustering
We got like 3
technique and
views.
found it annoying and interrupted him
It's all
several
good.
times. And he responded he was annoyed by the interruption. But we concluded in the end, for what it's worth, that it was not a filibustering technique. There was no time limit on the interview. We ended it after more than 2 hours. Instead, what you're about to see seemed to us sincere, whether you agree with it or not. Vladimir Putin believes that Russia has a historic claim to parts of Western Ukraine. So our opinion would be to view it in that light, as a sincere expression of what he thinks. And with that, here it is. Mr. President,
Bro,
thank you.
what the?
pretty
On
straightforward.
February
So this is
22nd,
yeah, that's pretty
2022,
fucking
you addressed
straightforward.
your-
Okay, that's already a lot.
Why,
That's already a lot.
bro? When you're an
No,
interviewer,
think about
you,
this.
You can't be offending your interviewee, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to just hear their perspective, and that's all.
No,
it is.
I'm not
Like,
saying that.
taking
I'm not
point.
saying that. I'm just analyzing the situation. What's happening right now?
Oh, okay,
right.
what are you talking about then?
So everybody worried about fucking World War III, right?
Yeah.
This is literally why. Because this motherfucker wants to fucking okay, I need to chill. Because he wants to take over that part of Ukraine or whatever, right? Which makes sense because he doesn't want an enemy country right next to him, literally pointing missiles right at his forehead, right?
Another Cuban crisis.
Yeah, like he doesn't want that, right? So like it makes sense.
Okay.
Because literally if basically if he feels like if as long as Ukraine is there, especially with the people that they have in leadership, it's like having a gun to the head. Because literally they could send a missile and like there's
Because that makes
nothing.
sense, like a Cuban missile
it
crisis.
literally is a gun to the head,
like,
right?
Like Cuba.
And he went on the air like a freaking villain, right? Like I'm
air?
talking about like the way that he looked, right? You know, he went on the air looking all tough and shit like he always does. And he literally said that he gonna take over Ukraine when he's about to send nukes, which literally means end the world. And he literally said that he's not scared to end the world. Like he literally said it like straight face. It's not a conspiracy. Like he said that.
Yeah, I saw.
And he has the power to end the war, right? And like that's the reason that everybody talks about World War III. Like that's literally the main, one and only, well not
Yeah.
one and only, but
Yeah.
main reason,
Yeah.
by far, right?
Yeah, okay.
So this whole interview, literally, it's him telling the world, like, this is why. That's like a big ass deal, bro.
It is a big
Like
deal.
he flew this guy out, let him in, despite all the conflict, despite all the sanctions and everything. He had to fly through Ukraine, ironically, right? Just to go interview him. But it's literally just to tell like us, the American
We
people.
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, we haven't seen it, but I'm just telling you, like, I'm just like taking it for what it is so far, right? It's literally like him. It's like Vladimir Putin wants to talk directly, especially to Trump's people. And that's a fact. Like
That's a stretch.
I mean, you could say that's an opinion if you want to be technical.
Because it's targeted.
But like, does anybody really have an opinion against it? Like, could you really say if you are going on
I don't know, man.
Tucker Carlson show, you know anytime that you go on any show, you know who watches that show, right? If you go on BTE on BET, if you go on BET, you know who's gonna watch the show.
People have their like followings, right? Like
yeah. If you go on Fox News, you can know who's gonna watch it. If you go on Logan Paul's show,
yeah,
you know who's gonna watch it.
yeah. Yeah,
I mean, this is
that is so uncalled.
Yeah.
So
no, I am not
uncalled
talking.
for.
I'm not talking about the future. So
So-
don't try to put
No,
things
no.
about the
I'm
future of what's gonna
I'm
happen.
not
I'm just talking about so far.
Don't you don't know what I'm about to
Okay.
say. I'm just saying like this is so unprecedented this type
It's
of interview,
crazy.
that people that don't watch Tucker Carlson is gonna see this. He already got he already got like
No, I get it.
10 million views.
Yeah, but he did not.
He does not have 10 million subscribers.
Okay, but he did not get Anderson Cooper. That's a way bigger person here. Like not amongst whites, obviously, but like just in general. You know what I mean?
No. What do you mean?
Like Anderson Cooper is a bigger reporter than Tucker Carlson. There's a reason he shows him now, and I'm not even trying to get into the politics.
And so now who?
I'm just trying to tell you, when it comes to making decisions, you make decisions, right?
All right, he's a president.
And you just gotta be smart and know what you're watching, right?
I'm sorry.
You just gotta be smart and know what you're watching, right? Obviously, like
Taking it with a grain of salt, of course.
not taking it with a grain of salt, but like also like try to analyze the whole situation, right?
Yeah, you gotta see.
At the end of the day, the guy that's talking about ending the world if they don't let him take over this place, that literally said it loud and clear. He wants to talk directly to Trump's people and everybody else that wants to hear.
Trump's people.
It is Trump's people. Okay, who watches? Okay.
That sounds pretty ignorant to me.
Who? What's the biggest thing that the Tucker Carlson?
Have you run a poll?
Okay, bro. Do you really think what I'm saying is outrageous? Because if not, I'm just taking it back. I just take it back.
It's a little stretch.
You really don't, Paul. You're gonna tell me with a straight face,
bro. I'm not a Trump supporter, and
hold on, Paul. Look into the camera and say, I don't think. Paul says that people.
Not 100%.
Okay, Paul doesn't. Okay, let me just be more exact. Not 100%. Paul doesn't necessarily think that most people that watch the Tucker that are Tucker Carlson fans are Trump supporters. Okay, so you don't think that?
I didn't say most people.
Okay, so you agree with that then?
I said not all of them. I'm like.
What's your point?
I take my point except I'm not a Trump supporter.
Do you think?
I watch him.
Okay,
I've been watching him.
Okay, but that's just one case. I watch him too.
And I'm not.
I watch him too. And guess who else I watch? And guess who else I watch a lot?
That means 100% of this.
I watch Ben Shapiro a lot too. And I'm not a freaking conservative.
Me too. That's what I like. There's a lot of people who are like that.
Exactly,
bro.
But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be stupid, bro. Okay, sorry, not stupid. I don't mean like to you are being stupid, but I mean like I'm not gonna be like pretend like I don't know the facts.
Okay, Omar, but I think you're forming your opinion of everybody who you see who follows this person. You don't see the background of people who don't say anything.
Okay.
Bro, we're literally looking at.
You're telling me that there are exceptions.
We're literally looking at 10 million people. You cannot tell me that's 10 million people of one only demographic.
I never said that.
That's what I'm saying.
But who is the main one?
But you can't be so generalized, man.
Okay, bro, you cannot be so generalized, but you can also not be so naive and oblivious.
All right,
like if you go on the Logan Paul show, you know who's gonna watch it. You have to have an idea. Don't tell me.
Perfectly fine when he's doing his regular show, but when he does an interview with the president of Russia, you can expect everybody to see that video.
You could select. He's freaking Vladimir Putin, bro. Any freaking reporter in the world would love to interview him. Even the people that hate him, like everybody would love to interview him. He shows him. So don't tell me that was like completely random. Don't tell me that was like he put his hand like. Of course,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know what I mean? And also don't tell me that you don't know who
it's politics.
Like yes, I understand.
Like Biden is gonna select his reporter or whatever. You ask me a question. Bro, you ask me a question.
We're watching this.
Let's do it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
We're watching this in a freaking international boys show where we talk about like Russian ass shit. Right?
No, I mean a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we talk about everything.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, please. Like we talk about everything, and we're literally watching this. So I literally get your point that it's not only Trump supporters. Like obviously,
yeah,
I get that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you can say with a straight face that most people, and that's not including us, and that's not including, and probably most people that's watching our show through this, they're probably not Trump supporters either. And a lot of people that are watching this, but most people that follow Tucker Carlson are Trump supporters. Most people that are making a big deal about this interview are Trump supporters, which is wrong, because this is a big fucking deal. Like literally, it's like the guy that can end the world, that has the button to end the world, is like trying to send. It's literally like it's like I have a message for you. So like it's a big deal for everybody.
It's a big deal in many senses.
But
let's continue.
You know that Trump people are the Tucker Carlson.
Let's continue.
Okay,
that's one point we stated on it for a while.
Country in a nationwide address when the conflict in Ukraine started.
You
said that you were acting because you had come to the conclusion that the United States, through NATO, might initiate a, quote, surprise attack on our country. And to American ears, that sounds paranoid. Tell us why you believe the United States might strike Russia out of the blue. How did you conclude that?
It's not that America, the United States, was going to launch a surprise strike on Russia. I didn't say that. Are we having a talk show or a serious conversation?
Here's the quote. Thank you. It's a formidable, serious talk.
Because your basic education is in history, as far as I understand.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, I will take only 30 seconds or 1 minute to give you a short reference to history for giving you a little historical background.
Please.
Let's look where our relationship with Ukraine started from. Where did Ukraine come from? The Russian state started gathering itself as a centralized statehood, and it is considered to be the year of the establishment of the Russian state in 862, when the townspeople of Novgorod invited a Varangian prince, Rurik, from Scandinavia to reign. In 1862, Russia celebrated the 1000th anniversary of its statehood. And in Novgorod, there is a memorial dedicated to the 1000th anniversary of the country. In 882, Rurik's successor, Prince Oleg, who was actually playing the role of regent at Rurik's younger son, because Rurik had died by that time, came to Kiev. He ousted two brothers who apparently had once been members of Rurik's squad. So Russia began to develop with two centers of power, Kiev and Novgorod. The next very significant date in the history of Russia was 988. This was the baptism of Russia, when Prince Vladimir, the great-grandson of Rurik, baptized Russia and adopted Orthodoxy, or Eastern Christianity.
988?
From this time, the centralized Russian state
Before year
began to
1000?
strengthen. Why? Because of the single territory, integrated economic ties,
We don't know a lot about their history.
one
Did
and
I
the
hear
same
that
language,
wrong?
and after the
Because Columbus
baptism
was in
of
like
Russia,
1400.
the same faith and
So
rule
that
of
would
the
have been like
prince.
600 years
The
before
centralized
Columbus.
Russian state began to take shape. Back in the Middle Ages, Prince Yaroslav the Wise introduced the order of succession to a throne. But after he passed away, it became complicated for various reasons. The throne was passed not directly from father to eldest son, but from the prince who had passed away to his
Anything
brother,
that's on your phone
then
actually
to
is
his
being,
sons in
it's
different
being
lines.
broadcast live.
All
That's
this led to
wild.
the fragmentation and the end of Rus as a single state. There was nothing special about it. The same was happening then in Europe.
Но раздробленное русское государство стало легкой добычей.
But the fragmented Russian state became an easy prey to the empire created earlier by Genghis Khan.
Хан Батый пришли на Русь.
His successors, namely Batu Khan, came to Rus, plundered and ruined nearly all the cities. The southern part, including Kiev, by the way, and some other cities, simply lost independence, while northern cities preserved some of their sovereignty.
Но часть суверенитета сохранили.
They had to pay tribute to the horde, but they managed to preserve some part of their sovereignty.
Начало складываться единое российское государство.
And then a unified Russian state began to take shape with its center in Moscow.
Оно начало
The southern part of Russian lands, including Kiev,
тому центру, который
began to gradually gravitate towards another magnet, the center that was emerging in Europe.
Его даже называли Литовско-Русь.
This was the Grand Duchy of Lithuania.
Составляли значительную
It was even called the Lithuanian-Russian Duchy, because Russians were a significant part of this population.
славными.
They spoke the old Russian language and were Orthodox.
Объединение, уния. Великое княжество Литовское.
But then there was a unification, the union of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania and the Kingdom of Poland.
Уже в духовной силе.
A few years later, another union was signed,
Священников подчинилось власти.
but this time already in the religious sphere.
И таким образом вот эти земли.
Some of the Orthodox priests
I'm gonna say something dumb. I said I'm gonna say something dumb.
Go for it.
The first time I ever heard of Lithuania is when this basketball, like these high school basketball players, got sent over there. They were like famous.
They got sent. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they were
For a
like
game.
famous in high school and stuff. And then like I think one of them went to college, but then like their dad like got in trouble with the college or something, and he got, I don't know, he got into some argument. I don't remember all the details. But basically, it's like this family, right? And these like 3 kids, and they play basketball. And they have a dad that used to be like an athlete too, right? And he trained them to like play basketball. And then like when it was time for them to go to college, something happened, and he sent them to Lithuania to play professionally. Okay. And then they went from there to the NBA. Or at least that was one of them. That was the youngest. He played.
That's when you heard Lithuania.
Yeah, and then he got signed by Michael Jordan. Actually,
Nice.
got drafted by Michael Jordan at LaMelo Ball. That's like the first time I ever heard of Lithuania, when they got sent to play over there. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Like, he's explaining all this thing, but
it's because how it started. So he
Yeah.
has to like explain
man,
what
but,
Russia
like,
is.
can I tell you what I'm thinking? Then you correct me if I'm thinking wrong.
I mean, I don't know if you're thinking wrong. but
No,
go for
because
it.
like I'm like the opinion that I'm forming so far, and tell me like if it's
Okay,
wrong.
go for it.
Just based on what I'm saying. So he's saying all this shit about like literally year 988. That is so long ago. That is 600 years before Columbus even found America. Like, so to me, the thing is that everything he's saying, obviously, I cannot dispute it, right? Like, I cannot dispute nothing he's saying about back in the history, and let's say, like, he's right. Let's say back in those days, he was supposed to be, like...
Let's say that's the history, right, of it. So what's your opinion?
Bro, like, even if he was, like, I'm sorry, maybe I'm very biased because I am Dominican, and, like our land wasn't even found until like 1400 by Columbus, 200 years before like, you know, they came to this like the North American part, the English ones. But like, you know, so like I feel like shit that's so long ago, and you know, like our country used to be an island, and it used to be Taínos, and then, you know what I mean. But like, it's so long ago that like stuff kind of evolved.
I mean,
I
don't see the issue. I think that's what he's explaining of what's happened throughout the time.
Yeah,
like you can argue.
Yeah, it's just like, how am I even gonna argue that? Like,
Haiti can argue that it owns part of the Dominican Republic.
Exactly, and they probably have good arguments for that.
Because we kicked them out all the way to the left.
I mean, no, they took that part, bro.
Well, it was divided, obviously, always. When they became free, they then conquered the Dominican Republic for years, many years, a few decades, and then we went ahead and fought with them and drew the line. We drew it.
We told them to go back to their side and like chill.
But we drew the
like
line.
We have our own, like this is our own little space. You have yours.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna start talking about the river.
The river.
Yeah.
Mexico, United States. That would be my following argument.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro.
I don't have no opinion because I don't know.
Exactly. It's
the
bro. Honestly, so far
started, and I don't know their culture. To be honest, I'm very gray on that.
So far, to me, it just sounds like, hey, man, I have reasons. That's to me all like.
Well, let's see if he goes there.
I mean, that's because
I can see the.
I mean, he already went there.
I already see like what the conversation
I don't think in this interview he's gonna say like, I will end the world, like he said it like on that press release.
Because it started like, well, are we having a conversation or now is it a story, a history lesson?
I don't think he's gonna get aggressive. I don't think he's gonna talk about ending the war or nothing like that.
No,
I don't think he's gonna say anything.
Actually, we would have seen that clip before we would have started seeing this. That clip would have been first. Yeah. Like if he would have talked like that.
So I don't think he's gonna do anything like that.
No.
But I just feel like so far he's just saying like, I have my reasons, man. I have my reasons. Trust me. This is
Let's
serious.
see.
This is serious. I have my reasons. That's all I got.
I'm holding my opinion until I get my
became
facts.
subordinate to the Pope.
Let's see how he
Thus,
changes.
these lands became part of the Polish-Lithuanian state.
Ополячиванием этой части населения. Язык внедряли туда свой.
During decades, the Poles were engaged in Polonization of this part of the population.
Они живут в Украине.
They introduced their language there, tried to entrench the idea that this population was not exactly Russians,
На окраине
that because they lived on the fringe, they were Ukrainians.
занимается
Originally, the word Ukrainian meant that a person was living on the outskirts of the state, along the fringes, or was engaged in a border patrol service. It didn't mean any particular ethnic group.
поляки всячески
So the Poles were trying to,
относились
in every possible way, to colonize this part of the Russian lands and actually treated it rather harshly, not to say cruelly. All that led to the fact that this part of the Russian lands began to struggle for their rights.
писали письма.
They wrote letters to Warsaw demanding that their rights be observed and people be commissioned here, including to Kiev.
I beg your pardon, can you tell us what period? I'm losing track of where in history we are.
Это было
The Polish oppression
было
of
в 13
Ukraine.
веке. Это было
It was in the 13th
в 13
century.
14 веке.
Damn.
Ну вот, в 13
back.
веке. Это было в 13
Tiene
веке.
problema con los audífonos.
Значит, и
La
Now I
gorra,
will
eh.
tell you what happened later
дальше и назовут даты, чтобы не было путаницы.
and give the dates so that there is no confusion.
В 1600,
And in 1654, even a bit earlier,
чуть раньше даже, люди, которые контролировали
the
власть,
people who were in control of the authority over that part of the Russian lands
чтобы присылали к ним
addressed Warsaw, I repeat, demanding that they send them to rulers of Russian origin and Orthodox faith. When Warsaw did not answer them, and in fact rejected their demands, they turned to Moscow, so that Moscow took them away.
Eso fue el like que yo
чтобы
le di
вы не думали, что я что-то придумал.
It was a
So
Facebook
that you
message.
don't think that I'm inventing things, I'll give you these
Я вам отдам
documents.
вот эти документы.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're inventing it. I'm not sure why it's relevant to what happened 2 years
Не-не-не,
ago.
но все-таки
But still,
документы из архива.
these are documents from the archives, copies.
Здесь письма на Богдана
Here are the letters from Bogdan Khmelnytsky,
контролировал власть.
the man who then controlled the power in this part of the Russian lands
В Варшаву.
that is now called Ukraine.
No,
He wrote to Warsaw demanding that their rights be upheld,
Просьбой взять
se van a juntar.
and after being refused, he began to write letters to Moscow, asking to take them under the strong hand of the Moscow Tsar. There are copies of these documents. I will leave them for your good memory. There is a translation into Russian. You can translate it into English later.
потому что
Russia would not agree to admit them straight away, assuming that the war with Poland would start. Nevertheless, in 1654, the Pan-Russian Assembly of top clergy and landowners, headed by the Tsar,
часть древнерусских земель вошла
which was the representative body of the power of the old Russian state, decided to include a part of the old Russian lands into Moscow Kingdom.
перемирие было заключено.
As expected, the war with Poland began. It lasted 13 years, and then in 1654,
по-моему, 2
a truce was concluded.
мир с Польшей. Вечный мир, как это было.
And 32 years later, I think, a peace treaty with Poland, which they called Eternal Peace, was signed.
Отошла к России.
And these lands, the whole left bank of Dnieper, including Kiev, went to Russia.
Затем во времена
And the whole right bank of Dnieper remained in Poland.
вернула все исторические земли.
Under the rule of Catherine the Great, Russia reclaimed all of its historical lands, including in the south and west.
Да, вот
This all lasted until the revolution.
воспользовавшись
Before World War I,
украинизацией,
Austrian General Staff relied on the ideas of Ukrainianization and started actively promoting the ideas of Ukraine and the Ukrainianization.
в преддверии мировой войны, конечно, было стремление ослабить потенциал.
Their motive was obvious. Just before World War I, they wanted to weaken the potential enemy and secure themselves favorable conditions in the border area. So the idea which had emerged in Poland that people residing in that territory were allegedly not really Russians, but rather belonged to a special ethnic group, Ukrainians, started being propagated by the Austrian General Staff.
He kind of said something about like
As far back as the 19th century,
como Haiti, like Haiti and Dominican Republic, like when Haiti wanted to become its.
He mentioned something. He mentioned this.
No, I'm just saying like it's kind of like similar. It's like during a certain era.
I was about to say, bro, don't get us involved, because that's where I'm planning to go and hope that the nukes don't reach there.
Yeah. There was a certain time where when Ukraine wanted to become independent, that it was part of Russia.
Yeah, bro, man, but I don't think we can do this to the viewers without like without chapters.
Pretty hard without chapters, right? Yeah, because I think we should skip all this history lesson.
Yeah, but what else are you gonna talk about?
And proactively to the collapse of the Soviet Union.
He started
And
talking about
believed
World
that
War
this
I.
would be understood by the so-called civilized West as an invitation for cooperation and association. That is what Russia was expecting, both from the United States and the so-called collective West as a whole. There were smart people, including in Germany, Egon Bahr, a major politician of the Social Democratic Party, who insisted in his personal conversations with the Soviet leadership on the brink of the collapse of the Soviet Union that a new security system should be established in Europe. Help should be given to unify Germany, but a new system should be also established to include the United States, Canada, Russia, and other Central European countries.
Yes.
But NATO needs not to expand. That's what he said. If NATO expands, everything would be just the same as during the Cold War, only closer to Russia's borders. That's all. He was a wise old man, but no one listened to him. In fact, he got angry.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I mean, that's what we were just talking about, basically. He said it would just be just like the Cold War, but closer to Russia's borders.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah,
Angry ones.
There's some space in between.
If, he said, you don't listen to me, I'm never setting my foot in Moscow once again. Everything happened just as he had said.
Well, of course, it did come true, and you've mentioned this many times. I think it's a fair point. And many in America thought that relations between Russia and the United States would be fine with the collapse of the Soviet Union and the end of the Cold War. That the opposite happened, but you've never explained why you think that happened, except to say that the West fears a strong Russia, but we have a strong China the West does not seem very afraid of. What about Russia, do you think, convinced policymakers they had to take it down?
The West is afraid of strong China more than it fears a strong Russia, because Russia has 150 million people and China has 1.5 billion population, and its economy is growing by leaps and bounds, or 5% a year. It used to be even more. But that's enough for China. As Bismarck once put it, potentials are the most important. China's potential is enormous. It is the biggest economy in the world today in terms of purchasing power parity and the size of the economy. It has already overtaken the United States quite a long time ago, and it is growing at a rapid clip. Let's not talk about who is afraid of whom. Let's not reason in such terms. And let's get into the fact that after 1991, when Russia expected that it would be welcomed into the brotherly family of civilized nations, nothing like this happened. You tricked us. I don't mean you personally when I say you. Of course, I'm talking about the United States. The promise was that NATO would not expand eastward, but it happened 5 times. There were 5 waves of expansion. We tolerated all that. We were trying to persuade them. We were saying, please don't. We are as bourgeois now as you are. We are market economy and there is no communist party power. Let's negotiate. Moreover, I have also said this publicly before. There was a moment when a certain rift started growing between us. Before that, Yeltsin came to the United States. Remember, he spoke in Congress and said the good words. God bless America. Everything he said were signals. Let us in. Remember the developments in Yugoslavia before the Yeltsin was lavished with praise? As soon as the developments in Yugoslavia started, he raised his voice in support of Serbs, and we couldn't but raise our voices for Serbs in their defense. I understand that there were complex processes underway there, I do, but Russia could not help raising its voice in support of Serbs, because Serbs are also a special and close to us nation, with Orthodox culture and so on. It's a nation that has suffered so much for generations. Well, regardless, what is important is that Yeltsin expressed his support. What did the United States do? In violation of international law and the UN Charter, it started bombing Belgrade. It was the United States that let the genie out of the bottle. Moreover, when Russia protested and expressed its resentment, what was said?
He's just throwing
the UN Charter.
Bro, but
he's talking like a leader of a nation, just like
now everyone.
Yeah, but he's the way that he's talking is the proper way in which you talk that talk. Like, he's not about to come here and tell you like, I'm about to beat your ass, but he's literally saying, we don't fuck with, he's literally saying, we don't fuck with you and we don't trust you and we ain't trying to work things out because you already kind of like fucked us over before. And he's mentioning like how bad we fucked him over. That's basically what he's doing in a very nice,
and then he's saying like,
calm manner.
Well, there's no threat. Stop pushing.
And like we weren't even trying to do nothing. We were like on your side. We were like, go America, like, and you fucked us over.
Being part of the economy of the world economy. So stop pushing us. So he's just talking like a leader of a nation.
Yeah, bro. But if you read between the lines, like yes, I get why obviously he's talking like the leader of a nation, but like. He's saying the things that he's saying is what he's saying. Like what he's saying is like the things that he's saying. If you take it for what he's saying, it's basically
he'll be a saint.
It's basically like if you were to say it in a hood way, he would basically be saying he translates. That is
the way to.
He translates to we try, and you fucked us over.
Yes, of course, and that's the way to speak, right? Like you say you issue your problem, and then you still crossing me over. There's gonna be consequences.
Yeah,
but he's gonna say instead of saying like I'm gonna beat your ass if you cross my border.
What I'm saying, bro, is that let's imagine this.
Go ahead.
This is what I'm saying about this.
Go ahead.
It's not the most peaceful speech possible, I would say.
Yeah, it's not a peace.
It's like if somebody walks in, you have like problem with somebody, and you're like, okay, let's talk, let's see what's happening, and when you start talking to them, like, well, we try fixing things.
Yeah.
And you fucked me over, remember that?
Yeah.
And I was even on your side.
Like, remember when I did this?
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's like a movie when you're talking to the mafia boss.
It's almost like if you bring in that shit on my face, it's because like you're about to do something, and you feel like you're justified for it.
And we definitely don't trust you because you've been at it for a while. So
it almost sounds like basically like he's justified to act. It almost sounds
in his interest,
like a justification for whatever he's doing or planning to do.
Yeah,
law, but at that time they started saying that everything was outdated. Everything had to be changed. Indeed, some things need to be changed, as the balance of power has changed. It's true, but not in this manner. Yeltsin was immediately dragged through the mud, accused of alcoholism, of understanding nothing, of knowing nothing. He understood everything, I assure you. Well, I became president in 2000. I thought, okay, the Yugoslav issue is over, but we should try to restore relations. Let's reopen the door that Russia had tried to go through. And moreover, I said it publicly, I can reiterate. At a meeting here in the Kremlin with the outgoing President Bill Clinton, right here in the next room, I said to him, I asked him, Bill, do you think if Russia asked to join NATO, do you think it would happen? Suddenly he said, it's interesting. I think so. But in the evening, when we met for dinner, he said, I've talked to my team.
Should I escape a little more?
It's not possible now.
Можете спросить у
I
него.
feel like he's still kind of basically
You can
saying the
ask
same
him.
thing.
I
No, that
think
was
he will
important.
watch our
I like
interview.
that
He'll
when
confirm
he was
it.
talking to.
I wouldn't have said anything like
president.
that if it hadn't happened. Okay.
Were you
well,
sincere?
It's impossible now.
Would you have joined NATO?
Послушайте,
Look, I asked the question, is it possible or not? And the answer I got was no. If I was insincere in my desire to find out what the leadership position was,
But if he had said yes, would you have joined NATO?
Yeah, rephrase that question like that.
если бы он
if he had said yes, the process of rapprochement would have commenced, and eventually it might have happened if we had seen some.
So basically, no.
sincere wish on the other side of our
It's
fire.
no. It's just to know if they would have.
It's a political no.
It's if
no
just to see if
means
they would
no.
have said yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
I don't
Why
want.
do
I
you
don't want to
think
join.
that
I
is?
just want to see
get
what
some
you would
motive.
say.
Yeah.
You're clearly bitter about
I
it.
knew you niggas don't fuck with me,
understand.
basically.
Why do you
That's
think
exactly the way to find out. Just if you
rebuffed
fuck with
then?
me.
Yeah, bro,
Why the
he's
hostility?
talking that
Why
talk,
did
man.
Can I join the club?
Or
He's
not
literally talking that talk
fix
in
the
that political
relationship?
sense.
What motivates this
In
from
that
your
prop, I don't
point
know.
of view?
Yeah.
The way they do it.
Вы сказали, что
You said I was bitter about the answer. No, it's not bitterness. It's just a statement of fact. We're not bride and groom, bitterness, resentment. It's not about those kind of matters in such circumstances. We just realized we weren't welcome there, that's all. Okay, fine. But let's build relations in another manner. Let's look for common ground elsewhere. Why we received such a negative response, you should ask your leaders. I can only guess why. Too big a country with its own opinion and so on. And the United States, I've seen how issues are being resolved in NATO.
ну, я же видел, как решают.
I will give you another example now concerning
Еще
Ukraine.
один из примеров сейчас приведу, касающийся.
The US leadership exerts pressure, and all NATO members obediently vote,
Послушай, голосуют. Даже если им
even
чего-то
if
не
they do
нравится.
not like
Сейчас
something.
я скажу в этой связи, что происходило с Украиной.
Now, I'll tell you what happened in this regard with Ukraine in 2008, although it's being discussed. I'm not going to open a secret to you, say
Мы пытались
anything new.
по-разному выстроить отношения.
Nevertheless, after that we tried to build relations in different ways.
I think we can skip this
For
part.
example, the events in the
Yeah, bro,
Middle
he just
East
keeps saying
and
this.
Iraq.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked
We were
about like
building
being-
relations
being
with the
nice,
United
you know.
States in a very soft.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's saying the same shit over and over. Like, we try to be cool with you.
Yeah, now he's telling the
And
story
we-
how he tried again.
Yeah.
See if we.
Is she gonna talk about like?
We're definitely gonna.
I will tell you what we are saying on this matter and what we are conveying to the US leadership. If you really want to stop fighting, you need to stop supplying weapons. It will be over within a few weeks. That's it. And then we can agree on some terms. Before you do that, stop. What's easier? Why would I call him? What should I talk to him about? Or beg him for what?
And what
Вы
messages do you
собираетесь
get back?
поставить такое-то оружие.
That's kind of important. He's basically saying what he would say to why he don't talk to Biden, why he don't take his call.
And
Like, just stop, just stop sending them guns and let us kill them, or like, well, let us take over.
oh, let us stop the fighting. Let us win.
Yeah, let us win.
But you know, I bet you we skipped it already. But there was I bet you he mentioned that there was the point where he wanted to negotiate before the war started, right? When he was saying that there's just don't have Ukraine join NATO and there will be no war. He said there will be war if they join NATO.
With the entire Parliament
it's-
of Canada
how it started.
and applauded this man.
Плескал этому человеку.
How can this be imagined?
Как это
The
может
president of Ukraine himself, by the way, is a Jew by nationality.
еврей по
Really, my question is, what do you do about it? I mean, Hitler's been dead for 80 years. Nazi Germany no longer exists. And so, true. And so, I think what you're saying is you want to
Why you say it
extinguish or
like
at
that,
least
bro?
control Ukrainian nationalism.
So they don't call him a racist.
How do you do that?
Also, how do you call it? Not racist, xenophobe.
Ваш вопрос очень тонкий.
Oh, it's crazy how that works.
Listen to me. Your question is very subtle, and I can tell.
Kanye don't like him
Hey,
though.
do not take offense.
Of course.
Он, казалось бы, тонкий. Он очень противный, этот вопрос.
This question appears to be subtle. It is quite pesky.
Значит,
You say Hitler has been dead for so many years,
люди, которые
80 years.
уничтожали
But his
евреев,
example
русских и
lives on.
поляков,
People who exterminated Jews, Russians, and Poles are alive. And the president, the current president of today's Ukraine, applauds him in the Canadian Parliament, gives a standing ovation. Can we say that we have completely uprooted this ideology if what we see is happening today? That is what denazification is in our understanding. We have to get rid of those people who maintain this concept and support this practice and try to preserve it. That is what denazification
That needs to be fact-checked.
That is what we mean.
Right. My question was.
Okay. So who did he just accuse of being a Nazi? Because he just called somebody a Nazi.
In a way, yeah. But
No, in their way, yeah.
yeah. Well, that needs to be fact-checked. You know.
But who did he call a Nazi? Because I don't think I caught all of that perfectly.
He was talking about somebody in the ONU, no? What's it he said? ONU?
A little more specific.
He said something about the Canadian Parliament.
Yes, it was the Canadian Parliament.
I mean, I feel like he's trying to accuse the Canadian Parliament of being Nazis somehow.
Go back a minute. There we go. That's enough.
Он, казалось бы, тонкий, он очень противный, этот вопрос.
This question appears
Let me see what the question was.
And so, true.
Евреи
Really, my question is, what do you do about it? I mean, Hitler's been dead for 80 years.
Okay.
Nazi Germany no longer exists.
by the Parliament said fought against the Russians during the World War II. Well, who fought against the Russians during the World War II?
выяснилось, что это
Hitler and his accomplices.
Он лично.
It turned out that this man served in the SS troops. He personally killed Russians, Poles, and Jews.
Они занимались.
The SS troops consisted of Ukrainian nationalists who did this dirty work. The president of Ukraine stood up with the entire Parliament of Canada and applauded this man.
Плескал этому человеку.
How can
Applauded
this
who?
be imagined?
Как это
The
может
president of Ukraine himself, by the way, is a Jew by nationality.
быть? Евреи по
Really, my question is, what do you do about it? I mean, Hitler's been dead for 80 years. Nazi Germany no longer exists. And so, true. And so,
So basically, he's saying like, who cares if these people that you're accusing of being a Nazi is a Nazi anymore?
I'm still a little in the air.
Okay, so he's mad because the president of Ukraine and the Canadian Parliament were celebrating somebody that has Nazi principles. I'm not understanding who that somebody was. Maybe we need to go farther back.
Other parts in France and Germany said,
В Германии говорили, ну как ты себе представляешь, как они будут подписывать?
how can you imagine them signing a treaty with a gun to their heads?
Приставленным к голове, к виску.
The troops should be pulled back from Kiev. I said, all right. We withdrew the troops from Kiev.
То, извините, от Киева. Как
As soon as we pulled back our troops from Kiev, our Ukrainian negotiators immediately threw all our agreements reached in Istanbul into the bin
договоренности, достигнутые в Стамбуле.
and got prepared for a long-standing armed confrontation with the help of the United States and its satellites in Europe.
Вот.
That is how the situation has developed, and that is how it looks now.
Да.
but what is, pardon my ignorance, what is denazification? What would that mean? What is,
Да, вот я как раз хочу сейчас об этом сказать. Это очень важный вопрос. Денацификация.
That is what I want to talk about right now. It is a very important issue. Denazification.
Искать, как говорят некоторые аналитики.
After gaining independence, Ukraine began to search, as some Western analysts say,
Как
its
поставить
identity.
во главу угла этой идентичности.
And it came up with nothing better than to build this identity upon some false heroes who collaborated with Hitler.
Которые сотрудничали с Гитлером. Я уже говорил,
Who are
что
these
I have
heroes?
already
Yeah,
said
that's important,
that
right?
in the early 19th century, when the theorists of independence and sovereignty of Ukraine appeared,
они исходили из
they
того, что
assumed that
Украина независимая.
an independent Ukraine should have very good relations with Russia.
Но в силу исторического развития
But due to the historical development, those territories were part of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Poland, where Ukrainians were persecuted and treated quite brutally as well as were subject to cruel behavior.
идентичность. вели себя очень жестоко. Это все осталось в памяти.
There were also attempts to destroy their identity.
Когда началась Вторая мировая война, часть этой
All this remained in the memory of the people. When World War II broke out, part of this extremely nationalist elite collaborated with Hitler, believing that he would bring them freedom.
она начала сотрудничать с Гитлером, полагая, что
The German troops, even the SS troops, made Hitler's collaborators do the dirtiest work of exterminating the Polish and Jewish population. Hence this brutal massacre of the Polish and Jewish population, as well as the Russian population too.
которые с Гитлером сотрудничали.
That's his common history.
Вот отсюда вот это.
But he's saying that the people
This was
that
led by the persons who are well known, Bandera, Shukevich. It was those people who were made national heroes. That is the problem.
for
And we are
Ukraine.
constantly
Ukraine trying to
told
look
that
for their
nationalism
identity.
and neo-Nazism exist in other countries as well. Yes, they are.
So it's good that Tucker Carlson actually asked him that question after.
The one that follows this one, right?
Yeah, because he's gonna just talking fucking. I would be like literally. I feel like Tucker Carlson was thinking the same thing that I was thinking. He's like, "Whoa,
Yeah, you gotta.
you just."
clarify
He just like literally. I mean, he's just literally saying like they're Nazis. Like just like it sounds like he's just again in a nice political way. The message that he wants to convey, the thing that he knows that people are gonna take home is that the Ukrainians are Nazis.
or like their identity is like
So they wanna-
Nazi based.
Exactly. That's literally the main thing. So
Yeah, that's
Tucker
what I'm
Carlson
saying. Like,
is
there needs to be fact checked. That's a pretty harsh
yeah.
point, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I mean, think about this. He's going. He's going. I mean, this is whatever, but he's going to war against this freaking country. He wants to talk directly to the American people and explain his freaking point, why he has his reasons, and before he even tells us everything, he's already telling us that he's not gonna cooperate with us or listen to us, not even talk to us, because he already tried to. So he's literally threatening us. And then now he's just basically saying, and by the way, these people that we're fighting are also Nazis. It's like he wants to find every way to make this war more justifiable.
Like
It's like classic. It's like classic Vladimir Putin.
I mean, it has its justifications, but I think he's just going out of all the angles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's basic. So far, this is what it seems. It's like I have
Yeah,
this
that-
reason.
that's, yeah. I agree on
Honestly,
that
bro.
point, yeah.
Honestly, bro.
And I can see that how that happened.
I'm not saying this is what's happening.
Bro, you remember weapons of mass destruction?
Yeah.
Yeah, when what was this country that
Iraq, and
weapons
Saddam
of
Hussein.
mass- you know, you gotta attack them from all angles.
Yeah, and you need to get
I
the
think your mic is
support,
pretty high right now.
and you need to get the support
Just a knob.
of the people,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You need to get the support. I feel like you need the more support of the people you can get, the best.
The more allowed you
And-
are to do it.
And the reason why this is freaking sick and it's freaking genius is because it's 2024. He's penetrating the enemy. We are definitely the enemy. Like, let's not get it twisted. Somebody that doesn't talk to you, that's literally telling you, I don't even want to talk to you. I already tried. He won't even take our calls. He's just basically saying, like, let us finish him. If you really, like, don't even talk. Like, he's not our friend. I don't care how fucking friendly he tries to look there. He's not trying to be your friend. And he's being very clear and obvious about that. But at the same time, he's literally like, he understands that it's not back in the days when wars, you had your own kingdom, and then you have your own kingdom, and you told your people your thing, and they told the people your thing, and
And that was facts.
he's doing like some 2024 shit. He's like, bro, I'm gonna attack them from within. And he's been doing that. Like, we know that because, like, I mean,
Yeah, that's how you.
we know
find
we
out
know
this.
the elections, how he like helped Trump win, like whatever. Like, we know that. Like, that's a fact. Like, I don't care what anybody says.
Okay,
And I am not a Democrat. And I might fucking actually vote for Trump. But
Who did vote for Trump?
but I say I might vote for Trump.
But
I'm not decided.
All right, let's not.
And I'm not a Democrat, but
that fact you just threw out.
But the Russian helping that shit is being fucking proven by every fucking metric there fucking is.
I need to see that.
Okay, but then you need to look it up.
I think that's still in the air.
Okay, that's not in the air. That has been proven. People got charged with that. Like it's a fucking fact.
Nah.
You can look it up. You can look it up. I feel like the only people that don't believe that are Trump supporters.
I'm not a Trump supporter.
Okay, well then Trump supporters and you. I feel like if you just look it up, you see that shit is true. And it's the fucking Russians, bro. Why are we acting like the fucking Russians are angels? Now, like yes, the freaking Russians got into the computers and they did a bunch of shit and they intervened with the elections. And the reason that they do that was that they released a whole ton of propaganda and made a whole fucking bunch of fake Facebook accounts that talk about a bunch of facts and like literally came like they literally did like a new age modern warfare mental psychological shit. Like that's what like they're advancing all that, bro, and that shit has been. They do have a lot of troll that shit has been proven. There's all the fake accounts. There's all the shit that you could sell that they traced it back to being back to the Russian government. And again, I'm not trying to be like Democrat or Russia. Or Trump. And Trump supporters hate that because it makes it seem like Trump needed help to win. And I'm not saying that. I feel like Trump probably would have helped win anyways because it was freaking Hillary.
What you're saying is
it was freaking Hillary that he was going against.
What you're saying is the help they got from Russia is the influence of people, influencing people.
What I'm telling is that Russia is used to. There's been evidence.
But what are you telling me?
Playing this 2024
what is games. What is the actual help?
Okay.
On the election,
the actual help, bro, is that they went in and they influenced and they made a bunch of Facebook accounts, right? That's what I'm telling you, psychological warfare.
That's true.
They made a bunch of Facebook accounts of like white people and like conservatives sharing a bunch of shit that was literally like made up. Yep. Literally shit that was like made up, whatever. And like got and made a bunch of accounts that were like ultra conservatives, and there was like a bunch of white people that were thinking that they were following like these nice conservatives and following their ideals, and there was literally people working for the Russian government that was making all this account and telling these Trump supporters what to do and what to believe. Yeah. And the problem influence right? And the problem is not that it just influenced some people. It's that it was done at a huge scale that like it was like a lot of the freaking I know
for a fact, like in Twitter before it was X, the formally like the official page of the Church of Mormon Church was 100% of Russian owned by a troll farm.
Yeah, like
and it had millions.
So what I'm saying is like, and the Chinese supposedly do shit like this too, which I believe. But like what I'm saying is like, and also the other thing is that like this is not something that I'm saying. Because when people say shit online, people, the conspiracy shit. This is like the official version of like facts, evidence that has been happened. This is like what you will see on the news. This is not like the weird shit that your uncle told you, right? This is like what we know that they do. And I feel like this is a way of like modern warfare too, where he's like, bro, United States, you think I'm gonna get your own people to be on my side.
You know who does that
and he knows he's not gonna get everybody.
You know who does that?
Well, he knows that he's gonna. Everybody does that. Well, not everybody, but like what I just said that the Chinese do it too.
I saw this last report where like we were being attacked. Our industries, like our water pumps on cities and townships, are getting hacked all the time. Yeah, and they have this virus.
They're like directly getting hacked.
Yeah, and they got this virus called like a rat that just like literally stays in the software and just steals the information, sending it back to China so they can just copy our infrastructure or our technology and whatnot.
And the sad part is that as somebody that works as an engineer, I know that most of those like industry and big industry shit is all built with like all ass Windows systems that are the most vulnerable to like almost all the virus, because those are like the virus that like every hacker
because it's hard to upgrade but it's also easy to get hacked. Well, that's a fact.
Bro, the war is getting so crazy, bro. At some point we're just gonna lose control of it, I feel like, because this is crazy, bro. And like the United States,
I think it's gonna stay working like like a wagon going downhill. Even though some bolts are falling off and like your lug nuts, you only have 2 on, but it's still wiggling. But you're going downhill, but you're still rolling.
Yeah,
you're gonna make it, but rolling.
That's probably the point that we are right now, and that's why it feels like.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, somebody can just maybe screw on a bolt while it's running. So I don't think it's gonna fall off. We're gonna keep going, but very unstable alike.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. We can probably skip this section.
Yeah, bro.
There are seedlings.
Issues
with migration, issues with the national debt, more than $33 trillion. You have nothing better to do, so you should fight in Ukraine? Wouldn't it be better to negotiate with Russia? Make an agreement, already understanding the situation that is developing today, realizing that Russia will fight for its interests to the end?
Yeah, exactly.
And realizing
I think we hit the spot where they're talking about the
interest
and the negotiations. Try to go back a few minutes, yeah.
This is a provocation, and a cheap provocation.
Yeah, keep going.
Taxpayers. They have been scaring everyone. Why would we do that? We simply don't have any interest. It's just threat mongering.
Well, the argument, I know you know this, is that, well, he invaded Ukraine. He has territorial aims across the continent. And you're saying unequivocally you don't.
It is absolutely out of the question. You just don't have to be any kind of analyst. It goes against common sense to get involved in some kind of a global war. And a global war will bring all humanity to the brink of destruction. It's obvious.
There it is.
There are certainly means of deterrence. They have been scaring everyone with us all along. Tomorrow Russia will use tactical nuclear weapons. Tomorrow Russia will use that.
Bro, he's so smart.
No, the day after tomorrow. So what? In order to extort additional money from US taxpayers and European taxpayers in the confrontation with Russia in the Ukrainian theater of war. He doesn't want war. To weaken Russia as much as possible.
He's saying no. He's saying exactly what he needs to say for his point that he already had. Nothing that he's saying is surprising me at all because
obviously
but everything that he's saying is like exactly what I'm expecting him to say, which is kind of what's annoying.
Effort
because it's not bigger than that.
Well, I want to learn something new. I want to learn a new perspective.
But it's just common sense because that's how exactly how he would think, how a leader of a nation would think, or somebody who doesn't want to destroy the world would think. So it's. I don't think he's a psycho. He's just a regular person like us.
This is a provocation, and a cheap provocation.
Somebody who has a lot of responsibility with a nation.
I do not understand.
Yeah, but I'm not
worried
about that shit. I'm not worried about whatever he got going on with himself.
There are mercenaries
from
the United States.
Yeah.
The bigger number of mercenaries comes from Poland, with mercenaries from the United States in second place, and mercenaries from Georgia in third place. Well, if somebody has the desire to send regular troops, that would certainly bring humanity to the brink of very serious global conflict. This is obvious. Do the United States need this? What for? Thousands of miles away from your national territory. Don't you have anything better to do? You have issues on the border, issues with migration, issues with the national debt. More than $33 trillion.
He's saying exactly what he needs to say.
You have nothing better to do, so you should fight in Ukraine.
Look bad, but it's true too. So
no, he's
Wouldn't
talking.
It be better to negotiate
this is exactly
with Russia? Make an agreement, already understanding the situation that is developing today.
This feels like if I was advising Putin on this war, or that probably nobody needs to advise him. That's probably he just came up with this shit himself. Because I feel like anybody in this position, that's what they would say. But I feel like that's exactly what you would want to do. You have this big enemy, right? You have this big enemy. You know you cannot fight him straight on.
Yeah.
Or I mean, technically you could because we just gonna hold that.
No, you can't. Yeah.
But not really. But you know what I mean?
So that's not an option because nobody wins. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. So you go and you do all the computer shit, like we already talked about that, but now you're taking it even crazier, and now you're gonna say, bro, like, I don't even want to talk to fucking you. Like, I don't, fuck you, bro, like, fuck you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to your people. I want to talk to your warriors. I'm gonna walk into the locker room of your warriors, and I'm gonna, you know what I mean, kind of like
talk to your.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to your.
Because the leader
bro,
the leader's nobody.
And like obviously overgeneralizing, right? Overgeneralizing and using stereotypes and all whatever you want to accuse me of. Okay. So you can accuse me of that because I'm admitting to it. Overgeneralizing. It's like he wants to get at least the freaking white people that watch these type of shows to
understand his point,
to be on his side,
or at least
to be on his side, and not just that, because the thing is that, like, the thing is this: at the beginning, I mean, this is planned, like if it was a paper that you were writing, like if he has a perfect execution. Think about it. At first, he started talking about the history. Why the history?
The beginning.
Back in literally, bro. Like, we're talking about like
history. We're talking about
like Jesus wasn't even gone for that long.
Formation of the country, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like Jesus wasn't even long for that long, and he started talking about those times, bro. And basically saying like, I have a history, right?
Yeah.
Then he went to, what did he go to after that? Like. Besides that,
like what Ukraine was,
yeah,
like who Ukraine wanted to be, and then their identity after that, and then the Nazi and whatnot.
And then he went, and then he started talking about
we skipped a little bit too.
Yeah, we obviously we skipped some parts, but then he started talking about, but we went chronologically most of the time. Then he started talking about how he's not gonna fuck with us, he's not gonna take our calls because first of all, he tried to tell us how nice he's been with us, how nice, how cool, how much he tried to be on our side, and
made some points too, though.
Tucker Carlson called him on his bullshit when he was talking about like, I wanted to join NATO. Shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody gonna buy that.
But that was a move.
Yeah, but that's an obvious political move. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That's like bro, ni lo político de Santo Domingo, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
can I join NATO?
Yeah, bro, but it's not sincere. It's just not. He was clearly not being. He was literally trying to mislead us to think that he was trying to join it. And you know, I'm not a fan of Tucker Carlson.
I see it sarcastically, like just asking like because he asked the president.
He was being misleading.
No. He's telling the story of how he spoke with Bill Clinton. That's why I see it this way. And he asked Bill Clinton, would it be would you think NATO would accept me if I asked to join?
Yeah,
and
bro.
then Bill Clinton just
But the thing is,
so that's a story that he just said that between him.
The thing is that he tried to convey that he would have joined NATO. He tried to convey that he would have joined NATO, right? And he said it in a way that makes you think that he was trying to join NATO. And
I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way.
And then
I saw it just like him being sarcastic. Can I join it? Yeah. Like if am I allowed in your club?
I see. Obviously, that's the way that it happened.
The question is no.
But
the answer was no.
The way that he was portraying it as if he once tried to, and that's why it's not honest.
I don't think that's how it went, actually.
Yes, bro, and that's why even Carson, even
no,
this
Carson just went ahead and asked him, "Would you actually trying to join NATO?"
Yes, bro, because he called him on his bullshit. No, I'm not a huge fan of this guy, but he did call him on his bullshit.
I don't see it like that, but okay. I mean, it's fine. We can disagree on that point.
Okay. I just feel like it was
a perspective of it.
Yeah, but
I think it was just a stunt to give out the message.
I get that that's what it was, but I think that's obvious that's what it was. But what I'm saying is that when he was explaining the story about it, it
sounded like it was a stunt.
He was explaining it in a way that until Carlson made him. If it wasn't for Carlson making him clarify, it would have sounded like he was trying to join NATO. And then Carlson made it clarify and be like, no, but I asked, and made it go into the details that now make you think.
You know why I don't think that? Because when he asked that, then he said Bill Clinton's answer is like, the answer was like, obviously, when Bill Clinton was like, well, I don't know. Yeah. Yes.
Anyways, that's besides the point.
It was like the way it was interpreted.
That's besides the point.
Yeah, it is.
I think he was being a little bit misleading, and I'm glad that
it was a move.
That Tucker Carlson called him out on it. Right. You think he was just being sarcastic? Maybe I just missed the sarcasm. I don't know. But my point is,
after that,
my point is that then he went into talking about how he tried to be friends with us.
Yeah.
But now, fuck you, because he's not even taking our calls, and he's justified for that.
Mm-hmm.
And now after he's saying all of that, basically saying fuck you and all that, now he's talking about, now he's basically, now he's going like straight to the point where he can actually get, like, now he's trying to close the sale. Because now he's trying to get, now he's doing something that's actually actionable. Now he's trying to directly influence politics. He's trying to tell us, he's trying to counter pockets. Bro, why you worry about me, bro? Bro, you got money. You can let me borrow this, bro, because you got money over here and you got money over there, like counting your pockets or like counting your problems. And you know what I mean? Like, he's like basically talking to the people, saying like he's basically telling us what we should be worried about. I mean, not, but he's literally telling us what we should be worried about, even though obviously because that's what works for him.
Yeah, and
he's basically trying to give us logical reasons or reasons, right? Obviously, like, every reason wouldn't make sense unless the people see it as logical. We don't have to be logical for people to see him as logical. But he's just giving us reasons, basically telling us how to basically
see the problem. Like,
what policies to vote for now. Now he's directly telling us what policies to vote for. Now he's basically telling us, don't support the war. Basically he's trying to get the people against the support of Ukraine. He's directly telling us that, and now he's telling us political reasons, almost like he lived here with all of us.
I can see that.
Telling us like, what about immigration? What about this? What about crime? What about anything? But don't worry about me.
Everything obviously he's saying makes sense, but not coming from the president of Russia, right?
I think everything makes sense.
Everything makes sense. Obviously, we have our problems of our own to be focusing on other problems, but coming from him is what, you know, it's the workaround of why he's saying that.
Yeah, and it's like the normal, and the thing too is that like even the things that he mentioned, it almost sounds like it's like the cliches that he's just trying to get to the emotional part of people, not even to the factual part of people. Like the people that people just know is a problem. Like, you don't even, like, the immigration, economy, this, like, you don't even have to. It's just like the thing that people just know is hard. You know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't put it so dark. Like, it's a plan. This is like all orchestrated, but it definitely is a point on his favor. Just to mention that, but you know, I wouldn't put it so.
I just feel like it's very cliche.
You think it's very orchestrated?
Well, obviously.
Or like conspiratorial. Go for it. Let's.
I mean, obviously it's orchestrated.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that Carlson is in with him, but I'm saying
answers are right.
He prepared. I'm saying that I'm not saying that Carlson they both made a plan, but clearly he prepared for this, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's doing it in a very well way.
Yeah. Let's continue.
Realizing that Russia will fight for its interests to the end,
giving valuable points.
And realizing this, actually return to common sense, start respecting our country and its interests, and look for certain solutions. It seems to me that this is much smarter and more rational.
Who blew up Nord Stream?
You for sure.
I was busy that day. Nate, do you have I did not blow up Nord Stream. Thank you, though.
У вас лично, может быть, есть алиби. У вас лично.
No, are you talking about the guy that they blew up?
Personally may have an alibi, but the
Nord Stream
CIA
pipeline
has no
that
such
blew up.
alibi.
Do you have evidence that NATO or the CIA did it?
Oof.
No.
Знаете,
You know, I won't get into details, but people always say in such cases, look for someone who is interested.
Yeah.
But in this case, we should not only look for someone.
I mean, that makes
who is
sense,
interested,
obviously.
But also,
if you don't
for
have the
someone
evidence, then
has
who gains on that?
Because
on that
there may
fact?
be many people interested, but not all of them are capable of sinking to the bottom of the Baltic Sea and carrying out this explosion. These two components should be connected. Who is interested and who is capable of doing it?
But I'm confused. I mean, that's the biggest act of industrial terrorism
That's
ever.
pretty hard.
And it's the largest emission of
That's a
CO2
pretty
in
big
so
crime.
if you had evidence, and
happened.
presumably given your security services, your intel services, you would, that NATO, the US, CIA, the West, did this, why wouldn't you present it and win a propaganda victory?
Una pregunta.
In the war of propaganda, it is very difficult to defeat the United States because the United States controls all the world's media and many European media. The ultimate beneficiary of the biggest European media are American financial institutions. Don't you know that? So it is possible to get involved in this work, but it is cost prohibitive, so to speak. We can simply shine the spotlight on our sources of information, and we will not achieve results. It is clear to the whole world what happened, and even American analysts talk about it directly. It's true.
Yes, but here's a question you may be able to answer. You worked in Germany, famously. The Germans clearly know that their NATO partner did this. But it damaged their economy greatly. It may never recover. Why are they being silent about it? That's very confusing to me. Why wouldn't the Germans say something about it?
This also confuses me. But today's German leadership is guided by the interests of the collective West rather than its national interests. Otherwise, it is difficult to explain the logic of their action or inaction. After all, it is not only about Nord Stream 1, which was blown up, and the Nord Stream 2 was damaged, but one pipe is safe and sound and gas can be supplied to Europe through it. But Germany does not open it. We are ready, please. Let's realize this. What are you doing? You are cutting yourself off. All expert.
Remember he used all of it?
I know one can say it is our mistake. It was us who intensified the situation and decided to put an end to the war that started in 2014 in Donbass, as I have already said, by means of weapons. Let me get back to furthering history. I already told you this. We were just discussing it. Let us go back to 1991, when we were promised that NATO would not expand, to 2008, when the doors to NATO opened to the declaration of state sovereignty of Ukraine, declaring Ukraine a neutral state. Let us go back to the fact that NATO and US military bases started to appear on the territory of Ukraine, creating threats to us. Let us go back to coup d'etat in Ukraine in 2014. It is pointless though, isn't it? We may go back and forth endlessly, but they stopped negotiations. Is it a mistake? Yes. Correct it. We are ready. What else is needed?
Do you think it's too humiliating at this point for NATO to accept Russian control of what was 2 years ago Ukrainian territory?
I said let them think how to do it with dignity. There are options if there is a will. Up until now, there has been the uproar and screaming about inflicting a strategic defeat on Russia on the battlefield. Now they are apparently coming to realize that it is difficult to achieve, if possible at all. In my opinion, it is impossible by definition. It is never going to happen. It seems to me that now, those who are in power in the West have come to realize this as well. If so, if the realization has set in, they have to think what to do next. We are ready for this dialogue.
Would you be willing to say, congratulations, NATO, you won, and just keep the situation where it is now?
You know, it is a subject matter for the negotiations. No one is willing to conduct, or, to put it more accurately, they are willing, but do not know how to do it. I know they want to. It is not just I see it, but I know they do want it. But they are struggling to understand how to do it. They have driven the situation to the point where we are at. It is not us who have done that. It is our partners, opponents who have done that. Well, now let them think how to reverse the situation. We're not against it. It would be funny if it were not so sad. This endless mobilization in Ukraine, the
You don't give a
hysteria,
shit, bro.
the domestic
He's a
problems,
boss.
sooner or later it will result in agreement.
Истерика
You
там.
don't give a fuck, bro.
Bro, Joe Biden
You know,
doesn't
this
speak
probably
like
sounds
that.
strange given the current situation.
I can barely speak, bro. Nobody speak words
But the
English than me,
relations
bro.
between the two
Right.
peoples will be rebuilt anyway.
America could be defined in one word.
It will take a lot of time, but they will heal.
Между народами восстановится. Потребуется много времени.
I'll give you very unusual examples.
Совсем приведу вам необычный пример.
There is a combat encounter on the battlefield. Here's a specific example. Ukrainian soldiers got encircled. This is an example from real life. Our soldiers were shouting to them, "There is no chance. Surrender yourselves. Come out and you will be alive."
Наши солдаты им кричат.
Suddenly, the Ukrainian soldiers were screaming from there in Russian, perfect Russian, saying,
Вдруг оттуда
"Russians, do not surrender."
хорошем русском
And all of them
и
perished.
не сдаются.
They still identified themselves as Russian.
Они до сих пор русскими себя считают. В этом смысле.
I guess he
Now,
got
now,
something.
now he
To a
wanna hit you
certain
in the
extent,
heart,
an
bro.
element
It's
of
in
the
every
Civil
angle,
War.
bro.
Hey.
Ey,
Everyone
oye,
in the
hasta
West
cuando lo
thinks
estábamos
that the Russian
matando
people
decían
have
que
been
somos
screwed by
rusos.
hostilities
Los rusos no
forever.
se rinden.
Растащили.
That's crazy, bro.
No,
That's crazy.
they will be reunited.
Нет.
The unity is
That's
still there.
crazy.
Воссоединение произойдет. Оно никуда и не идет.
Why are the Ukrainian authorities dismantling the Ukrainian Orthodox Church?
Русскую православную церковь.
Because it brings together not only the territory,
Объединяет не территорию.
it brings together our souls.
И
No
никому
one will be
не
able to
удастся
separate the soul.
Told you, bro. I told you it was to the soul, and now he clarified it.
Shall we
No,
end
this man
here,
is
or
smart.
is there anything
He's
else?
hitting all the angles. I don't know if they're telling him what to say.
Bro, and I just told you that now he's gonna reach right. That he was just not hitting us right to the soul, and then he literally said the word soul and started talking about the soul.
He got you.
Free speech.
He got you in every
Any
angle,
one
bro.
Person or any one
Is
organization
it over?
societies are defined by what they will.
Okay,
not.
so basically, don't be surprised
Alright,
if
cut it.
some shit happens.
Cut it. Cut it. It's over. Bro, I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, that was interesting actually.
That
We know-
is
we
actually
know
the
more-
sta-
we
that
know-
is the state of the world right now.
That is the state of the world. This motherfucker said that he ain't talking to nobody. He ready to end it if he has to. He ain't backing down.
He already tried to negotiate. It's no more negotiation.
And no more negotiations.
Stop helping them. Let us win.
Let us win.
And that's it.
Let us win or the war is over, pretty much. And yeah, I thought there was gonna be something cool. I thought there was gonna be a section where maybe they talk about his family. No, the whole time he was just
State
the
of
whole time he
the
was
state of the world. Yeah.
the whole time he was just fucking talking shit, bro. I mean, not talking shit like,
Yeah.
but like he was talking that shit. He was talking that shit
Mm-hmm.
the whole time, bro, from the beginning.
Yeah, man.
After that nigga
It-
said we try.
It seems exactly what was expected to be said.
Yeah, bro. I honestly thought there was gonna be some nuance.
Yeah, no, I thought it happened exactly because
He ain't got no time for all that.
He's the leader of a nation. He has his responsibilities.
I'm
He
gonna deliver my
tried.
message.
He tried. They tried. They're working
Bro,
his hand against him. so
He
he's
even
doing
told
his
us
whole
what policies, what business to worry about.
Yeah.
He even told us, don't worry about this, worry about that.
Yeah.
If you don't want to freaking end all of
thing.
this,
End of it. Man, I think like the solution of it is actually
bro.
listen to what he says.
And remember, I was wrong. I was wrong as shit.
What?
Remember that I said that in this interview he was not gonna bring the shit up. Like I will end the fucking war if I have to. I said that he wouldn't. I said that would have been too violent, and he did it.
Or we would have seen that first clip.
Yeah, and he fucking
but
did it, bro.
but not in a very, clickbait type of way of saying
It wasn't as clickbait as when he did on his new preference and his new, because he literally looked like a villain of the war. Like when they show Mojo
And
Jojo,
he said,
you know what I mean, like on TV.
Yeah.
That's literally what he looked like.
No, I'll destroy the world if we have to.
Yeah, he wasn't as
Bro, what is
here
the
he said it
solution?
nonchalantly.
What's the solution? What's your opinion of the solution here?
Oh my god, bro, I don't know.
My opinion of the solution is actually listen to this guy and just Either because he already tried to negotiate before it started. Don't join NATO. Joint NATO was joined.
All right. So if we give him, damn, yeah, it's too fucking loud. If we give him fucking
Ukraine.
If we give him Ukraine, like, is he going to chill for real, or is he going to think that now he can just like be like?
Bro, it only started because there was the talks about joining NATO.
I don't fucking know, bro.
I believe it will. That's my belief. I don't think he's gonna become like.
I don't know, bro. But honestly,
I don't think
bro,
he's gonna make third
honestly,
World War
bro, I'm gonna tell you some shit, bro.
You think he's gonna like?
I'm gonna tell you some shit, bro.
You think he wanna conquer Europe?
No, bro. But I'm gonna tell you some shit.
All right, talk some shit.
I feel like, yeah, the easy thing for us to do is to just be like, man, fuck it. What I just said.
We tried.
What I just said was the coward thing to do, bro. It's like,
no, but we tried a lot, bro. And
we're
going broke for it.
I know, bro. But let me finish my fucking point, bro.
I think this is a war we lost already. We just lost it.
Okay, bro. But I'm just saying.
It's like Iraq, bro. We just left.
Okay, I get it, bro. There's a million reasons to not even worry about it. Especially, you know what? Because it's fucking Ukraine, bro. Like Ukraine.
Bro, you just learned about Ukraine this year.
Bro, no, that's fucked up, bro. No, bro.
It is fucked up, but like
no, that's fucked up, bro. I work with a lot of niggas that were in Ukraine, bro.
I'm not saying like the people of Ukraine don't need help, but there's a big issue going on because of the help.
But anyways, I'm saying it would be easy to say, well, let them just take fucking Ukraine, whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, bro, to tell you the truth, I don't buy that whole fucking story. When that nigga said 988, nigga, that was not even year 1000, bro. That is 600 years before fucking Columbus even fucking. No, bro. That's how you know you fucking bringing some old shit, bro. Like, no, I'm sorry.
That's just the story. It's like us talking.
I don't give a shit, bro.
Bro, it's like us talking in the
that nigga lying.
No.
Vladimir Putin is fucking lying.
Bro, don't say he's lying if you don't know the facts.
Okay.
It might sound
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Let's say that's 100% true, but it's history. Like back in the day, it's allowed to conquer land when it's not yours. It's allowed. After a certain point where we all the nations agree that nobody's gonna conquer anybody no more, and that is the new state of the world. Now he's just saying the history.
Let Ukraine do their own shit, nigga. I knew. I'm not saying that
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. Let Ukraine do whatever they do, but leave the United States out of it.
No.
Leave the United States out of it because we got our own issues and we're fucking destroying this economy just because we're involved in too many world problems.
Hold on, but I don't mean it in that way.
That's my opinion.
What I mean is, I'm not about to be a historian. All right. There is no way
then why you talking
that I'm about to go and fact check every single fucking thing he said about the whole fucking story.
Yeah. Like I said.
About how he has the right because back in year 988, some shit happened. Okay? Okay, so I'm just telling you, I am not perfect.
That is implying that he's saying he has the right because of that. And I don't think that's what he's saying. Right.
So let me just say this. So I'm going to just say that I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that, okay, back in 988, some shit happens.
And there's some land ownership.
But at the same time,
because that happens everywhere. At
the same time,
that happens everywhere.
Just telling you as a fucking human being and just reading like body language, like knowing fucking politicians and shit, bro. Like fuck that. No, bro, I'm not that fucking naive. You bring in the 988.
All right, bro. He threw a lot of other points
because. No, but when it comes to that historian shit, because you need to go that fucking far to try to prove your fucking point.
Okay.
That's, like you wouldn't fucking sound so fucking ridiculous bringing that shit up. Anyways.
Bro, I don't want to go and agree with you on that point because we skipped so much information. And also, we don't know the history of Russia and who Ukraine is.
I know,
so
bro.
I'm just going to take it.
I'm giving you the caveat that I am acknowledging that I am not going to spend the rest of my life verifying if everything is true. Mm-hmm. I am going to assume that it is true.
Okay.
What he said about that shit.
Yes.
But I am also as a human.
You're not giving him the benefit of because let's say Ukraine.
Giving the benefit of the doubt, bro.
No. Listen to me. I'm saying that you're what you're saying is like you're not letting him get away with saying like he can conquer Ukraine just because in the history it was part of Russia.
What I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is that this guy had the whole audience of all the freaking white people, especially, right? With that show.
Slow that down.
And like a lot of people, including us, right? Like everybody watching that shit because it's like the, you know, like one of the
all right, yeah,
the big guy,
yeah,
the World War III guy. And we all trying to listen to, okay, why do you have, why is, we already here, like all ears, like, okay, so why do you think you have the right? And this guy starts, I guess he got swag or whatever, but like, imagine he didn't have swag. He literally started like, whoa, back. Imagine he was Joe Biden saying this. Whoa, back. 980. Bro, shut the fuck up. That's how you know you don't have a good reason.
You know what?
I'm just saying,
you know what I remember about.
As humans, sometimes you have to go with your gut, bro. And with the information that I have,
sure.
I feel like this is enough fucking research into fucking politics.
You know when you're watching a YouTube video and they're about to talk to you about I don't know, the history of like how Edison invented the light bulb. But before I tell you this, let me take you back. I gotta take you back, and that annoys me.
You have to gather as much information as possible, and then you have to go with your gut.
I just wanted to hear how he invented the light bulb, but you're taking me back of how when he got the idea. So that's exactly what's happening here. They're taking you back all the way, and it's annoying. It don't work like that. I'm just saying that's just what's happening here. So it's a little annoying.
It's annoying, but it's not just annoying. It's also there's cues into that. Nigga, you know when...
I mean, there's obviously a reason why to
you know that. When people te vende cuento, porque no hablamos de eso.
Yeah, let's not switch it. But yeah.
You know when people telling you stories,
I agree.
This guy...
is telling you, he's hitting it. He's hitting all the angles.
I'm not ever going to have all the information.
He hit history. He hit the present with negotiations.
Yeah.
He hit the soul. He heard with the money and the economy. He hit all the angles. And that was his goal today, and he got it.
Yeah, I get that. But what I'm saying is when it comes to the Ukraine shit, right?
Yeah.
I honestly don't believe that they have a right to that shit, because when he had the chance to explain to me in this freaking interview that was directed to the American people, including me, he failed to fucking give me a good explanation.
I disagree. 100%.
Well, then
because
he did not give me a good explanation.
Then you're glancing over the main reason just because he went and started from the history. Bro, the main reason is Ukraine was going to become NATO, and NATO cannot be next to Russia.
He did not tell me that.
He did mention that.
No, he did not, bro. He did not.
All right, bro.
I gave him my time of day, and
next time, don't hit it.
He
all right,
failed to
next time, don't hit it because you're having amnesia. We obviously went through a whole chapter and we had a conversation about it.
Yes, bro, but you cannot tell me that he convinced me when he didn't.
I'm not saying he convinced you.
You did not mean.
You were saying he didn't say it. That's what you just said. You said he didn't say it.
To me, he said some dumb shit.
Now you're saying that he didn't convince you. Okay, that's what
to me he was different points. To me, he was trying to talk me some psychology shit, and I didn't fall for it.
All
to me, it was very fucking obvious.
All right, that's your opinion.
To me, it was very fucking obvious.
That's your opinion, but it's obvious that the reason there's a war today is because they were provocated into a war today.
Okay, you can say that, and I'm not even gonna argue that with you at all, because I'm not even interested in arguing that with you. You're right. Whatever. All I'm saying is that this nigga had the chance, me as an American citizen, right?
The next time
he had the chance to explain to me why the fuck he's doing that shit, and he started talking some bullshit.
Then next time, sit down and watch the whole 2 hours.
Nah, nigga, no, ain't nobody gonna do that, nigga.
Then that's your problem. That's your problem of short span attention. That's your problem of short span attention.
Nah, nigga. Wrong, nigga.
No.
Wrong, nigga. Hey,
how do you expect?
Okay, nigga. I'm gonna give you. Okay, nah, nigga. You need to. No, nigga. Listen.
No, you need to listen. You need to calm down.
You need to listen to me for fucking 2 hours until I make my point, because it takes me 2 hours to make my point.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
Hey, you gotta wait 2 hours to talk. No, you haven't listened to my whole point.
All right.
My whole point is 2 hours.
You
gotta listen to my point for 2
Omar, let me speak. Omar, please. Let me speak.
I only
don't speak over me. Don't speak over me.
Bro, but it's not been 2 hours.
Omar, but don't speak over me. Let me explain to you what I'm about to tell you.
Don't put that on Snap.
Omar, let me
watch it on YouTube. Don't put that on Snap.
Omar, let me say something to you. I'm about to explain my whole point. Please don't interrupt me. Okay, so in the beginning.
No, bro, it's not been 2 hours.
Omar, déjame fucking hablar, coño.
How could you know that I'm wrong?
No puedo hacer esto si tú no me dejas hablar.
Okay, but answer me this question. I'm gonna.
No.
You don't have to listen to me for 2 answers.
Loco, déjame hablar, mamá huevo, déjame hablar. Déjame hablar, coño. You can't take over and monopolize the fucking microphone.
Bro,
shut up.
Bro,
shut up, please.
Been 2 hours.
Bro, shut up. I'm trying to give you a point. You haven't let me say it.
But you haven't. Can you listen to my point right now? I need 2 hours to make my point.
Bro, can you shut up right now? Let me say something.
Okay, but I need 2 hours to make my point.
Look, can you hear me?
Can you just wait the 2 hours?
Bro, if we're not having a conversation,
I promise you.
What are we doing? I don't care. It's fucking 2 minutes. Let me say something right now.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm doing too much.
Omar, here's my point. Here's my point of what happened in this and why I'm saying if you need to understand this, you might need to listen to it all.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is what we did today.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you something and how it happened to us when we watched this video. Mm-hmm. Okay. Omar, we started today and we made this podcast. Then, so yesterday I went to the bathroom. And tomorrow I'm gonna go and cook something. We skipped some shit, bro, that we don't know what happened at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say.
I get it.
We need to have a complete form of opinion. You need to hear the whole story.
Okay,
I know if it's 2 hours. I'm not saying you gotta. If it was 5 minutes, then 5 minutes would have been the conversation.
How do you know it's 2 hours?
Because that's what the video said.
No, tell me. Fuck, I'm trying to get the fucking.
The video was 2 hours long. We did a podcast for like 30 minutes of the video.
Bro, this chick has been waiting. Okay, bro.
Yeah, bro. It was so peaceful until this guy hit that thing again.
I'm sorry, bro. Okay, bro. I get your point. I don't have all of that. All the data. Okay, I get your point. I don't have all the data. Do you really think that's a valid argument for anything ever?
Not having all the data is not a valid argument for.
Yeah. Do you ever think that you ever gonna have all the data, bro? Even when you take a DNA test, the data is not 100% conclusive. You just go by the amount of data that you have.
How conclusive is it though? How conclusive is a DNA test? How conclusive? Tell me that.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
99.9%.
Exactly. It's still
if you blink and you close your ears, you're gonna miss that 1 point. That's the only thing you're gonna miss if you started watching and comparing it to a DNA test.
Okay, bro, I'm not comparing that to a DNA test, bro.
You just said it,
bro. I'm just talking about just everything in life. I'm just talking about your point that you're making.
Okay.
Your point that you're making is I don't have enough data, right? And that's the reason that I was being annoying, and I was saying like, hey, you gotta let me talk for 2 hours because you said that I needed to listen for 2 hours.
But you said
listen, let me finish my point because I let you finish your point until you were completely done after I was being annoying saying 2 hours for 2 hours.
All right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you said that I didn't listen to the 2 hours, right?
Okay.
And then you said your point is, and you give a bunch of examples that I did not have enough data. And you're talking about that I skip parts, that I skip data. And I get that. Obviously, I get that. Okay. Obviously. But what I'm saying is, in what situation in life do you ever have all the data? That's never a good argument because,
almost all my life. Almost all my life.
Okay, but listen. I
never make a decision when I don't have all the data.
You never have all the data. You have as much as humanly possible. And what I'm saying, even when you have a DNA test, so that's what I'm saying. No te vaya pigüey, como dice el padre. No te vaya pigüey, quédate aquí. Even when you take a DNA test, it's still not 100%. Because even that doesn't have all the data to tell you 100%. They just have almost, even that's the epitome.
And that's enough information. That's enough information.
Okay, but that's not, even then you don't have all the data.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is like, I get it that I did not watch the entire 2 whole hours.
Yeah.
I get that I did not watch the entire 2 whole hours. However, I watched almost 2 hours of the thing.
Okay.
Way over an hour.
An hour at least.
At least an hour. Out of my day. I took my time as an American to give this guy that's stuck in some shit in Russia, threatening us to nuke me. I gave him 1 whole hour out of my day. Not only that, I watched the whole intro, right? I watched the whole intro. After I watched the whole intro, then I kept watching the whole point that he made, his opening point when he first got my ear as an American citizen.
Stop.
I
was here. I'm not interrupting you. I'm just saying I was here. I know.
Okay, but you cannot tell me my perception. I'm talking about my perception.
Yeah, continue.
Okay. If it bothers you that I have that perception, I'm sorry.
I'm not saying you have.
Okay, because that was what I was telling you earlier. Okay. I gave him, right, my perception.
Okay.
I watched the whole intro. First of all, I took the fucking time out of my day to watch this nigga.
Me too.
Okay. Then I watched the whole intro.
We did.
Right? Then, after we watched the whole intro and his opening statement and everything he has to say, then we watched the beginning of the show.
We watched a little bit of middle.
Okay, but listen. No, listen. Because I want to talk about the import. I want to talk about how we did it, because it's not like we just skipped through the whole video. Oh my God, bro. I need to mute this. Fuck, hold on.
It locked your screen.
Sorry, it's taking a minute. Okay.
Finish it up.
Okay, but
You make
anyways,
a very long point.
yes. So we watched the intro. We watched strategic parts. I not only I watched an hour, but I did not watch it randomly. And not only that, every time that we watch a point, we let him start and finish the point. Actually, there was an instance where we started watching a point midway, and we tried so hard to not be disinformed that we went back.
Oh my, I was here. I know.
Okay, but let me explain my point.
But finish out. You're telling me the whole thing. Okay. Are we gonna take another hour just to tell you one point?
No, but listen, because you clearly are missing everything. I did all of that, and you have the nerve to tell me that I don't have enough information to make a fucking proper opinion.
Omar, my problem with what you said.
You said that.
Listen, my problem with what you said is that he didn't convince you with all that he said that he hadn't taken Russia. When one point should be logical enough to tell you that war is caused that way.
That's not how life works.
That's how war is, bro. That's how war is.
That's the definition of being.
Okay, why did we go 9/11 to Iraq? Did we have?
Bro, you're missing my whole fucking point. You're missing my whole fucking. I don't even know what to tell you. He did not, bro. The fact that he convinced me or not is not something that you get to choose. It's something that I get to choose. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying.
And he had a whole hour and he failed to do so. There's nothing you can do about it.
I don't care
bro.
if you're convinced or not. What I'm saying is, what you're saying. It was called for to invade. Fucking. ¿Cómo se llama el país que se está invadiendo?
What happened to my fucking camera, bro? My phone died.
It's locked. That's why. Bro, Ukraine. There's 100% justification to invade Ukraine. That's all I'm saying. And you said there was no justification.
And you want me to agree with that because you just want me to agree. So I get.
No, I don't want you to agree, but it's so illogical that you don't agree with that.
Bro,
given the facts,
you realize that.
Bro, why did we go to Iraq?
Okay.
Because they destroyed the towers on 9/11. That is justification for war.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, do you
why
understand?
did we just recently bomb the ¿cómo se llaman? The Houthis? Because they destroyed the warships.
Do you understand the fact
ships
that you are saying that even though all I am trying to say is that he did not convince me, and you are bringing other evidence from other situations to tell me why he was right, I don't even know what to tell you, bro. All I can tell you about that is cool. Because he did not convince me, and like he just because you are convinced.
I said I don't care. I don't care if you're not convinced. I don't care if you're not convinced. What I'm saying
so what is your problem with that?
Because that's if you remember what my issue with your part of the conversation was that it was not justified. He's wrong for invading Ukraine. I'm saying like it's not wrong because he was pushed to do it, and that's when our argument started. And then you were interrupting me, and we got fed up. That's the whole issue of the conversation. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay, bro. I feel like if you want to say that's cool because I remember the whole thing happening.
It's cool, and
then I remember how it all happened because I remember that whole thing happening. And we said that, and then I remember that I got up and I said, you know what? And I got like all excited, and I was like, at the end of the day, he did not convince me and shit. And then you were like, what do you mean he didn't convince you? And then you try to convince me what he should have convinced you, bro.
All right, man. That's
literally what happened, and it's on video. It's on video, so we can go back.
We can go back.
So that's awesome.
We can go back.
That's awesome.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Yes,
bro.
it is. Anyway, that's the end of it.
Okay. But yeah, he did not convince me. I gave him a whole hour, and all he did was a poor politician's job, going through like the most basic techniques and try to attack the American people and try to tell them what they should vote for. Now, I'm not saying that he's right or wrong. You can make your own assumptions through that. I just feel like he did a horrible job to somebody that gave a whole hour of his day to listen to his point, and he started rambling around when it came to the big question of like, why do you have the right to that territory? And I feel like, yes, I didn't watch it 2 hours. I am sorry, Paul, but I feel like I watched enough to make somewhat of a better opinion that I could have made if I did not spend this hour watching this about what's happening with the world.
What I saw today was an explanation of all the current events. Obviously, is biased towards the Russian side,
and Paul,
which we don't. I did not interrupt when you were giving your exit statement, so I appreciate if you'll be quiet.
Okay,
so
okay.
it's an exit statement of a obviously biased president who rules indefinitely Russia. So definitely take that into account. That is a very biased opinion, yet it is an opinion that is based on facts, because there's no good side, there's no bad side. We're not the good side, we're not the bad side either. It's all gray. So we live in a world where there's predators and prey, and we don't know who's the prey or who's the predator, all right, because it's all gray. So I'm saying is what we saw today was somebody's perspective on what's happening on their side, that their hand was pushed, and obviously they're not a prey, so they're gonna be the predator, and that's what we're seeing in today's world. That's what's happening right now. That's what I listened today. It was exactly the type of person I expected to see, and that's what I saw. So
also,
that's my point.
I want to give a shout out to the International Boys Podcast, because they always keep up their promises. After Macy said that we couldn't talk about religion and politics, we definitely did
both. One after another.
Back to back.
One after another.
And remember, the thing with politics, everybody hates politics, but the annoying part about it is that it's the rules that affects all of us.
Yeah. And even if we disagree like this,
and the part that not only that affect all of us, but sadly, sorry, Paul, go ahead. You interrupted me, and I lost my flow.
It's a very sensitive topic, but it's really how Omar says. It's what rules us. Like it's part of life, and it's the reality of life. So, and we all have an opinion about it, but it's important to understand that even though we going through different opinions about these subjects, at the end of the day, we gotta understand that it's our opinions, and we still got to live with each other after that, and
sadly, politics is like the people that decides how the system works. So you could either be involved, or you could talk shit about it, or you could do both, like I like to do. Even though I'm not involved. I just talk shit about it.
So good.
I take that back.
I'm a little out, right? Oh, this whatever. Yeah, that's episode 4. Should have been 5, but we're gonna stay on 4. Tomorrow we're gonna drop
Valentine's Day, the day of love and friendship,
and the New Year's of Chinese New Year's.
And Chinese New Year.
Omar suggested we're gonna all be in red, so we're gonna try to do that. And Macy as well, right? So
you're gonna be in red. She was already.
That's Casey. Thank you guys. Like and subscribe.
Okay, I'm too high for this.
Subscribe for more heated arguments. Ya tú sabes.